Hello, my lovelies, and welcome back to another episode of Truly Bedrock. Hi, guys. In the last episode, we built this custom tree and that custom tree behind me and worked on the wall, as well as raided an ocean monument and worked on the nether hub. We did a lot. I will make sure to have the video in the iCards above. Now, for this episode, we are going to be spending time in our base. I think it's time that we connect our two areas. As you know, we've been spending a lot of time over here with our skelly grinder and our spider farm and all of our amazing redstone contraptions. So I think it's time that we start connecting this area over with our underground entrance. And as you know, there's this big ravine, and I'm actually thinking I'm gonna make it bigger. I want to widen this entrance up right here and make it so that I need a big old bridge that'll go across and then over into our area. So I've very loosely laid out a little bit of a path here, and this is just kind of for reference where I think would look good for a path. So I haven't seen this in a while. Hi, still love you. But I do think that this just needs to be a little bit nicer. We're gonna make a block palette path, and I think it's gonna look really nice. So without further ado, let's just jump into the episode. Okay, so after a little bit of tweaking, this is the main color palette that I'm going to go for with the custom biome, with, a few exceptions. Let's see. So I have the spruce as the lighting fixture. Then of course there will be podzol and coarse dirt and path blocks. But then I decided that I also want to mix in jungle wood and oak wood, so that will be along the path as well with some gravel. And then the bushes that I want in this area are going to actually be oak leaves and jungle leaves. I think that those will make the best hedges and the best foliage, because the trees are all going to be birch leaves and spruce leaves. So I think it's just a nice contrast, and I think that it looks pretty good. So that is what we're going for. Now it's time to get to work. Okay, so the first job is to actually cut out the path. So if the entrance is here, then you're gonna go possibly... Wow, I forgot that I have the beacon going. So this is gonna take out a lot more than I mean to, and I'll have to, edit along the way. But I think... Okay, so what I want to make sure that I do is I really want part of this path to go through a tree. If any of you watched my last episode of my LP, there was a part where I made this passageway to the woodland mansion. And in that passageway, I cut through trees and then rebuilt the root system. And I really love how that looked. So I really think that I want to incorporate that into here. And I think where that tree is actually a pretty decent marker for where maybe this path will go through. Either that, or we will curve a little bit to go by this garden. And we'll go this way. And then, let's see. Go this way a bit, and okay, so that leads us here where we're going to be making a bridge. When I start my paths, I try to make sure that I pick a main block. So there's going to be one block that is the majority of the path, and the other ones are basically just accent colors or accent blocks, just to kind of break it up and make it look nice. But the definite thing to focus on is making sure that you pick a main block for your paths. I mean, everyone does their own thing. They do it differently. But just the way that I've noticed that I like them the most is when there's one focal block. So for me, it's going to be coarse dirt for this specific path. I think that the coarse dirt will break up all of the green, and I think it's just probably the smartest choice for what the greenery will look like here. And then of course we will add other colors, and as we go we can do stuff like that. Like, you don't have to stick with the way that you laid out the pathwork. So I think that's good because I haven't yet figured out where I'm gonna start the bridge or kind of the trajectory. That's for a little bit later. For now, we're really just gonna focus on this path leading to the bridge. We'll get to the rest later. Then I like to generally start with the block that I'm not going to have very much of. So there will be something occasionally that's just kind of, I don't know, just a very slight accent. It's not one that you're going to see very much. It's not one that's supposed to really be a main focal point. So something like gravel, because gravel isn't really a block that you want to necessarily make a focal point, because it is such a high contrast to most other blocks. So now I'm going to add some more path block here and there, really throw it in, and then what I'll probably do afterwards is replace some of the blocks that I've already laid down with wood slabs for lighting, because that's my preferred, nope, not what I wanted to do, soft touch. My preferred way to light paths is under slabs. You don't have to, people do it different ways, but for me, I just think it looks the best. Okay, so now we've added in a bit of variation. The whole path is pretty much bare bones right now. We haven't added any of the decor. This is just kind of the skeleton of what the path will be. But for now, I really like it. I haven't added in the wood and I haven't added in lighting yet, just because I really wanted to just get the shape down and get the first palette kind of done. And then later on, we'll add more of the wood and the lighting once I've added in more of the shrubbery on the side. But what I wanted to do first is make this tree I was talking about. So I'm debating whether or not I want to just tear this one down and start completely fresh, or if I want to use this as a base. So I'm going to play around and I'll be right back when I've decided. Okay, so I kind of decided not to go with the traditional cutting a hole through the tree thing and went more with two trees that are going to be next to each other. I think that that will convey it just as well as having it be one tree. I didn't want to make a tree that was going to be so tall it was going to be obnoxious, so I think that this is a good compromise. And I'm so far really liking the shape. We'll see how it turns out once I add more branches and the leaves and stuff, but I will come back when that's all done. Okay guys, so I know in the last clip we were talking and everything was all good and I was gonna get some stuff done, and then it was like midnight and I needed to sleep, so it's actually the next day and we just had the TV live stream day, and it was my first one, and it was amazing, and we got a lot of stuff done. So let's take a look. So I've added this tree. I've torn down some of the trees over here to give myself more of a nice view. I think that this is a good representation of kind of the feel we're going for. We're definitely going to have a lot of custom trees. This one is not done yet. There's like a few bald spots that I have to fill in still because we literally just wrapped up. So I did this, and then I also did these. We finished these on the live stream and I absolutely love how this turned out. This is exactly the feel I want for our entire area. Just this nice little cozy walkway. I absolutely love how it's turned out. So the other thing we did is I built up these trees. So I am gonna turn them into custom trees as well. I was really torn between keeping them like logs or making them trees. And you know what? I think that two beautiful trees here will really stand out and make this entrance really pretty. So that's where we're at so far, and we still have quite a bit of work to do. And while I continue working on this path a little bit, I actually want to show you a clip of something that happened, and it was kind of weird. So let's just show you the clip.
So, I'm gonna be a second. I'm being chased by a zombie. So, hold on. Yeah, I mean, he kind of looks like Foxy. So, I'm being punched. I'll be there.
This realm just keeps getting weirder and weirder, I swear. First, the moon. The moon that is very broken and very dangerous. The moon that nobody seems to be worried about. The moon that even I have to ignore and just plan around. And now a zombie FoxyNoTails. A zombie FoxyNoTails who tried to eat me. And, I mean, did you see Foxy's episode? Poor Mr. Onion. Poor Mr. Onion got eaten alive. And now there's a zombie FoxyNoTails out in my area? I don't think so. I'm too far away. I'm far enough away that I shouldn't have to worry about that kind of stuff. So I guess that means I just have to fortificate a little bit more. In stream day, I got a comment that said that maybe I should do a redstone vault door. So, what do you guys think? Do you think that in the underground area, under here, do you think... Oh, hi, Piggy. But under here, before we get into the main builds, do you think that I should put a redstone vault door here so that you can't get inside? I could do it out of iron blocks. It could be nice and fortified and lovely. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think I'll have a poll, and you guys let me know if you think we should fortificate a little bit more. Alright, moons and zombies aside, I think it's time that we lay out a little bit of a tree path. So I think having a nice little tree here and maybe here. I want this to be a little more dense, the little trees. A little closer together, a little more random. Maybe there. So those three. And then maybe 1, 2, 3 there. And then another big tree. I think I want the big tree to be here. So we'll plot that there. And then definitely a big one here. So along this path, we'll have some more trees. And then I think I want another big one right here. So one right there along the side. I think that's it for the trees. Now, what I can do is... that's not the one I'm looking for. Where's... right there. So, we'll grab some oak leaves. And what I'm planning on doing is... so, we'll have this dense tree line. But then we'll also have little bushes along the way as well. So, maybe one like that. And then obviously some over here as well. Make this one a little bit more all over. Something like that. I think that that looks really nice. Break off this farm a little bit. Maybe like that. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put one here, like that. So when we come down, we'll just have this nice vegetation to really pull us in, and then it'll lead to here. So I think for this episode, we're just gonna finish this little tiny bit of the path, just from here to there, and then you'll get a really overall feel of what we're going for. All right, let me kind of build this up, and I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, and here we are. We have added a few of the little trees. I haven't added the big trees yet because I wanted you guys to kind of see what I meant by the filler trees. So we do have like these big trees that are gonna be more like this, but these little ones I think add a lot because as you walk through, it feels more natural. Like there aren't gonna just be big trees. We have different types. And I think that this really drives my point home. Like I really like how it's looking, and it feels like this is going to be the natural palette. I am considering replacing the spruce fences with like oak fences just to give us a different color wood, or maybe jungle wood fences. Jungle wood fences might also look really nice here. I might play around with that, but I'm not sure yet. I'm just gonna keep going in this kind of feel it and see what I think. I am gonna add more lighting obviously because this is dark. I can't wait to see it at night to see what I think about it. I'm not sure right now if I want to add these posts, these lamp posts. I might just hang these lanterns from trees. I think that could look really nice, like I'm just lighting it with tree branches. So I'm not sure. I'm gonna play around. I have now done a little bit more of the tree planning, and this is what it's looking like so far. So we have the trees. I've added a little bit more, added one light just to see if I liked it. Then we have one big tree here, one big tree there, another one here, and it just, I think, makes this look really nice. I'm a big fan of the naturey vibe, if you have not guessed, so I'm getting really excited. Doing this pathway has really showed me kind of what I want my base to look like overall. I just want this whole area to just be a forest. I'm going to come back through and add some flowers through here just to give you more of the vibe. It'll look more like this, more like the other area, just filled with flowers and grass and just everything. But unfortunately, that's actually all I have time for today. I thought I had a bit more time, but these trees, man, these trees take a lot of time. And you know what? I'm okay with that. During stream day, I came to realize I'm kind of the tree lady. I don't know when that happened. I don't really understand it, but hey, you know what? There are worse things that you could be known for. So without further ado, I just wanted to say thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate everyone who leaves comments and the like, and all of you who subscribed. I appreciate you so much. And remember, if you like this video and if you like me, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next episode of Truly Bedrock. Bye, guys. Catch your breath and you sleep now.